Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's going on, gentlemen? Kings in the building. Welcome back, everyone, to Views from the East. This is your boy Prada, ain't no one hotter. I'm with King Q. We got King B Money down there. It's just going to be the trio tonight. Shout out to Ammo and Dice for not showing up. Yeah, I did that.
Shout out to Ammo and Dice. Ammo was busy combing that big old grizzled beard of his. It takes a week. He couldn't do it like bearding.
But gentlemen, listen, man, it's been 2 weeks. Everybody, look, man, we took a nice week off. I'm not gonna lie, it was unexpected, but it was needed, man. A nice little R&R.
I got a life. I got a life,
bro.
I got a life. I'm sorry, I got a life. And everything happens outside there, guys. Anybody that's on YouTube listening to me, everything happens outside there. The most fun things happen. You meet the best people. You meet the prettiest girls. They like to talk to you. They dance. They drink stuff. It's a great time. I promise you.
That's what I was doing.
After this is done, I'm gonna go outside. I promise.
You know, it's funny too. I'm like, I should come with you, man.
Come through, yo. I have the illest spot. Come through. You're already dressed. Let's go. The girls are little.
I can get dressed, bro. I ain't got no problem. I'll get dressed right now.
Yo, you gotta change that. You gotta change that prison shirt, dog.
Nah, I got other shirts. I got other shirts, bro. I can throw something right now.
You got it.
I got an Uber, bro.
Why don't you put it on, though, BZ? Come on, King. You should put it on. You look. Offer the world the best version of yourself. That's a rule. Offer the world the best version of yourself. Oh,
man, I will do that.
My man B got on the prison yard. He said prison shirt.
Ice Mike, scared
I'm
straight.
Fucking crying.
Yo, B's the dude that'll make you hold his inside pocket.
Before I even forget this, yo, B. I mean, I already said this to you, but last week was B's birthday, so happy birthday to B.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Invisible cup.
A shot of the finest Templeton rye to be on your on your new year of 365 days circling the sun. A true pleasure having you as a pod mate. Love your views, no matter how opposite I am from them. Love having you as an individual, my Haitian brother. All the best to you this year. Bigger, better things. All right. Salute, King.
Appreciate it.
Salute.
Thank you.
Salute. B, what you did for your birthday, real quick, man? What's up? What was the birthday week? What you did, man?
It started off, bro. I got vacation from work. Drinking. I went to some nice Brazilian steakhouse in the city. My cousin took me to. After that, yeah, that's the place.
I've been to that place a couple times. It's a good spot. Good meat.
Good spot. Good meat, bro. Good spot, bro. Pause. Good spot, bro. They gave you Sundays. I'm
gonna let it rock, bro. I'm trying to be an adult today.
Bro, they bring you a food, bro, a good drink. Yeah, I learned this drink with a cucumber smash, bro. That drink.
Now you talking about cucumbers? All right, man. Can we move on?
No, we moving on. It's called cucumber smash, bro. The drink is called cucumber smash.
Pause. Hey, yeah, that's crazy. Now I'm gonna be a child about it. But seriously, hope you enjoyed your birthday. But let's move along because that was last week. We don't care now. We spent enough time on that.
Welcome everybody to the season finale. Views from the East, baby.
Yes, sir.
The greatest season because I came in this season. That's why.
I like that. No, I like that. And listen, and before we even get into that, this is the season finale. This is the last episode of this season. A lot of things we want to revamp and things like that. But before I even get into the episode, listen, guys, honestly, B, Ammo, I know you're not here right now. Q, you're here. Dice was always with me anyway, so fuck them. But thank you guys for joining me on this journey, and helping enhance the pod on so many levels, and just being able to have conversations with intelligent gentlemen and men. And yes, sometimes it gets a little ratchet, and we're joking around, and it's a little sloppy. But I thank you guys for doing this with me, because you'll be surprised to find out how hard it is to find support in this world for the smallest things. And it's always when something is blown up, that's when everyone comes with a hand, with the helping hand. But you guys are with me in the mud, so that's something I won't forget. Also, shout out to my old pod mates as well, MVP, Shay, and all of you guys are always welcomed. But we're now in the time. This is the new crew. New crew.
I saw those. Those pods were perfect for putting me to sleep at night. Well, like right before I go to bed, I put those pods on. I'll be out in like 2 minutes, man. Out in 2 minutes. So those are really good ASMR pods if you have trouble sleeping, insomnia.
Yeah. The rookie seasons. Terrible audio, terrible visuals.
Terrible is everything. Thank God B's paying attention.
Word. B, what the hell are you looking at, man? We just finished talking about. Come on, man. We need eye contact.
Bro, the TV. Oh, let me just say, Ramis.
Nah, man. You see, season 3, we not having this. But again, gentlemen, thank you for joining me, and thank you everyone that's played a part in this pod, even from the guests and everyone that's joined. So, season 3 starts next week, I guess, or maybe we take another 2-week break to figure things out. But who gives a shit? Right, it's been 2 weeks. What's been going on in 2 weeks? Look, the NBA Finals, the conclusions. Golden State Warriors back on top. Look, man, I knew it was gonna happen because Curry don't play that shit. Curry don't play that shit. Gator never been about playing that shit. But
I thought
what's up?
Took it, bro. I thought Taylor took it, bro.
You know what?
He's supposed to have a Mamba mentality, bro. And then they're gonna show up.
No. Everybody wants the Mamba mentality, but
he actually was trained by the Mamba, bro. The Mamba life was cut short.
He wasn't trained. He
was working out with the Mamba.
Kobe decided to lightly mentor him, but Kobe didn't have enough time with him to change his. I mean, look, at the end of the day, congratulations to the Warriors. I did want the Celtics to win it slightly, only because they've never, for Tatum, for Brown, I wanted those guys just to have a ring. Nothing against the Warriors. I love the Warriors, but hey, listen, if you don't,
Warriors, bro.
That last game, last
game was impeccable, bro.
Jason Tatum's garbage. Jason Tatum didn't show up at all. So, but anyway,
Celtics, I don't know, bro. But.
Anyway, we're not a sports pod, so we're not going to dissect it like we're ESPN. But congratulations to the Warriors.
Can I say something about the Warriors? Can I jump in?
What's up?
I'd like to light one of my favorite cigars, the Acid Cuba, the closest thing to a flavored Cuban that you can have. I've had Cuban cigars from Vinales, and Vinales, I don't care what nobody says, Vinales is the greatest Cuban cigar on the planet. I will fight you in the streets if you want. But Acid makes a fantastic one, perfectly rolled. The first time I had one, my mentor was taking me in his Vanderhall, which is a very expensive trike bike, 210 miles on the highway, smoking Cubas. Unbelievable night. Unbelievable time. Fantastic. Obviously, kids don't speed. Okay, that's against the law, obviously. But just telling you what was happening. This one, one of my favorites, goes to Golden State for beating Celtics because leprechauns. And guess what? Boston kind of racist, so kick rocks.
True. You see?
To the Golden State. Well done. This one's for them.
Well done. And of course, you had all those everyone calling out Kevin Durant a little bit. He had to be trending.
Yes.
Yeah, they was violating him for no reason. I was like,
for no reason. What were they saying, bro?
Essentially because he left to try and go do his own thing, and it didn't work out, and the Warriors won another ring without him.
So the man can't have his own opinion. He can't have his own life. He can't want to do his own thing.
The only thing I say with KD, just real quick on that whole situation is hopefully he didn't leave the Warriors because of all the outside noise. Of like, oh, you came to a team that was already super packed, and you know what I'm saying, like
that's not he left, bro. I think he left.
I'm saying I hope he didn't. That didn't influence him to leave where he felt he needed to prove something. That's more or less of what I'm saying, because you could have, to be honest, if he would have stayed with the Golden State Warriors, we talking about like 5-6 straight championships, easy.
I don't think he's actually like the environment that was there.
Come on,
I'm not saying the coaching staff.
Stephen Curry. That environment is one of the best you can be in, man.
Gentlemen, can I ask a question to the pod before you guys start, doing the sports fighting? Was KD the guy that like got like was arguing with Instagram, or like online as an alternate person, like he was arguing on his behalf?
He wasn't doing it.
Who was that?
His assistant was doing it. He has an assistant.
Oh, so it wasn't
multiple. Kevin Durant has an assistant. Like he has multiple fake accounts for when trolls need to bother him.
Right.
So she can basically just log in and demolish them for him.
Okay, that sounds. First off, that sounds like a lie. Also, it still sounds bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't bad. Yeah, because that sounds like a lot.
B, you said
an assistant to do that for me.
Yeah, because that's because you toxic as fuck.
B.
Not that toxic.
B, my brother. I love you. I need you to listen to me. That shit is toxic. You cannot condone that type of behavior.
Not that toxic. I'm a little bit toxic, not that toxic.
I'm just saying, just to have an assistant just to do that on its own is stupid. It's better for you to just respond on your own account and just be like, hey, if you want to interact like that.
Then, no, bro, because if you do that, bro, you're gonna get fined by the league for misconduct.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be. No. They won't fine him if he's having a normal conversation with fans. That he won't be fined for that,
bro. If you go back and you read the conversations, these conversations were not normal, bro.
Yeah, because he was wilding. Because he was wilding.
They were wilding first. No, they started it.
But all right. You see how you're looking at it? You're looking at it like we're 5-year-olds on a playground. He has a brand. He's representing a brand, which is the NBA. He himself is a brand within himself. So there's a certain way you have to carry yourself in public image, in public eyes. So just because you have a fan talking about your mama and going above and beyond or whatever they're doing to upset him, he still always has to be the bigger person. Now, once he's done with the NBA,
his assistant was being petty, not him.
Yeah, but it's still,
God, B. It's still him. He represents the band. First off, that's a lie, but it still messes up his brand. Somebody on his team is acting uncouth. That's a direct reflection on him. He has to be in charge of that. You can't be like, oh, it was my assistant. No, man, you're in charge. You're KD. That you're the master.
All I know is if I can pay an assistant to do that for me, I would highly appreciate it if you would do that for me too.
But then your assistant represents you. Hold on, then your assistant represents you. So when she does something that causes a lawsuit on your behalf, you'll also be liable. So it's not just about. You can have your own burner account. Why do you need to pay someone to have a burner account for them to manage it? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense.
They find you with everything in the league, bro.
Yeah, but hiring an assistant, no, it's a burner account. No one knows who's behind it. So you don't need an assistant. I can have a burner account right now and go and comment. No one is going to know it's me. So how would I be fined?
They know.
The NBA can't go to Twitter and be like, yo, who's really behind this account? Because there's privacy laws.
Remember, the IP address, bro, will go back.
NBA is not doing all of that, man. You killing me right now.
Oh, you don't know what they do worse, bro. The league does.
Twitter has to protect the privacy of its users. There's no way they're going to take your IP address. The NBA is not the government.
Bro. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, they don't protect you for nothing.
And IP addresses have nothing to do with Twitter or Facebook. That's a computer thing, your internet service. That's who supplies your IP. That has nothing to do with Facebook, Twitter. So if they track, they're not tracking IP. They're tracking your profile.
Guys, it's not a good look. B, don't do that. Even you shouldn't even be saying that. Like, I would be happy that.
I'm not saying I have a fake account. I wouldn't do it personally. I'm not.
B got mad fake accounts. You could tell.
You know he just be fighting dudes with just an egg. What they call it? What they call it? Troll King 1996, bro.
No comment. No comment.
I know you got the ghost.
No
account.
comment.
You gotta tell me.
Comment.
I already know. But anyway, congratulations to damn Warriors. I don't even know how we even got into that, but KD, he's a legend in his own right. I don't know why they brought him up. You know, they just poking fun at him because the Warriors won a championship without him.
Also,
bro,
because
he was in Rocket Park last night, bro, and they were talking a lot of trash, and he showed what he was about, bro, on that court.
Also, they're gonna go at him because he created fake accounts and was arguing with fans because that's weird.
He's still doing it now. He still does it.
That's weird,
bro. He ain't
That's weird. Well, okay. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on. This is why I hate talking sports, man, because I don't like any of these people. I really don't.
That's what he said. I hate any of these people. All right, so let's get right into this right here. B, I know you're super passionate about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. I know you love that relationship. I know you were really hoping they would work out. I know that you were a really huge fan of theirs. You was all about team Michael and Lori. You know, that was the new Jay-Z and Beyonce. I know you was rooting.
I'm a fan of Michael B. Jordan. I ain't no fan of no City Girl. All right.
I've
never been a fan of City Girl.
So before you get into it, because I know you're the most passionate, you're gonna have the most craziest shit to say. You have all of this shit going down, right? And let's put an image on the screen for them. Don't listen, audience. Don't even try to read what's up there because if you're on your phone, you're not gonna see that.
Yo,
but you see the person up top. You see him,
dude. Why you got to do government on that like that, man?
Yeah.
Why you got to do government on like that? Up there like
that's on his public profile. I ain't do that, man.
Black Lev Joseph.
They're right.
That's the hella Haitian name, King. Black Lev Joseph.
Yo, B, pronounce that for me, man.
Brezhnev Joseph.
Brezhnev. Wow, Brezhnev Joseph.
It's Russian.
Yo, I'm weak. All right, so I came across this story, man. And that's why I shared it with you guys in the group because I'm like, what the hell's going on? I didn't even know they broke up, but I did know there was a couple because I am a fan of Michael B. Jordan, of course.
Yes, I am.
And just reading the story, I'm like, oh, they broke up, and I was like, oh, what happened? And what people are speculating is that Michael B. Jordan was ready for the next step in their relationship.
And the City Girl was not.
Hey, man.
B, not tonight, B. Come on.
B, not tonight, man.
I ain't doing nothing. I just did it fast.
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
Not tonight, man. You're gonna have your shot. So, basically, what they're saying is that marriage was on the table for him, proposing, and she just wasn't ready for that. So, because of that, the couple decided to split. Now, I mean, the way that everything. Now, again, I want to say this is speculation. I don't want to come off and be like, yeah, that is the reason why. But I can understand why that idea was brought to the table because. If you look at her dating history and the length of those relationships and things like that, you can kind of create that narrative. Another narrative that was created too was just not narrative, but what people were saying is Michael B should have never dated someone like that anyway, just based off of her dating resume of who she's dealt with, Future, Diddy. Who else? Who else? B? I know you know. Must
we go on the line of names? Because
let's just say she's been around the block, right? And
she dated she dated the king. She dated the once vice president of the City was now is the president of the City was committee. Future praises, but now she dated Diddy. She dated a couple of weird characters out there. She dated a evil.
I'm mad he named the same two people I named. He didn't give no additional name. I'm tight.
Bro,
man, he's supposed to be my source.
Bro,
dude, B.
Bro, if you I can put about history, but those are the 2 words, bro. You dated Diddy, a known city boy, and you dated Future, the king of the city boys.
All right, so regardless of that, the what do I think about this story, right? And when I see this, it sucks. You don't really want to see couple breakup. Michael B. Jordan is my guy. Obviously, what he represents and what he's done is why I'm a huge fan of his, aside from his movies. So I always want to see someone like that win. And unfortunately, it didn't work out. But this Michael B. Jordan, he's a good guy. There'll be someone else. As far as Lori, I'm not a fan of Lori's. I don't really follow her. I just, did some recent research. I see who she's dated. Obviously, I know that's Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. Let's make it clear. His daughter, but the thing for me in all of this is that Steve, he's saying he's rocking with his daughter on this, on his team Lori all the way, but I don't know. As a dad, I just feel like I'm in Q, and I'm gonna pass this to you because you're also a father. I just feel like as a dad, I understand your daughter is living her best life, but like, is nobody in her life gonna be like, hey, maybe Future's not that person you should be dating, or maybe not Diddy?
Wait. Let's clear that up first. Let's make this clear.
What's up?
Before she dated Diddy, she dated Trey Songz.
Okay.
After Trey Songz, she dated Justin. She dated Justin Combs.
You said his son, Justin Combs. Yeah, he dated the son first, then the dad.
Right there.
So this is what I'm saying with her resume. This is why even if I was in Michael B. Jordan's camp, I'd be like, I don't think that's the girl. Not saying that you should judge a girl on her past and what she's done, because us guys, we date multiple women. It's not, it has nothing to really do with that. It's just her selection of men and the way that she did it. It just kind of looks a little weird. But listen, man, you can't help who you fall in love with and whatever the case is. But again, I don't want to sit here and say this is why they broke up. A lot of things was like she's too young to be married. But I think, what I'm looking at is if Lori's my daughter, man, I gotta have a conversation with her. Like, listen, I know you want, you're an adult and you kind of run around, but you're running around in crowds that, like, because Steve Harvey is a brand. Like, no one knows Lori Harvey for anything. Let's just be honest. She is an entrepreneur, but that's Steve Harvey's daughter. That's how.
Yeah. And that's how she's making her name. She's making the name off her stepdaddy. It's not even her biological dad. Let's not get it twisted. She was she's the daughter of a drug dealer or whatever. That went to prison, and he's dead now. So
yeah, and again, nothing against it. But what I'm saying is, like, that's your dad's brand, and you got to protect your dad's brand. And I don't think you do that by running around the way that she's running. Like, I get it, you're young and all of that, but come on, like, you're dating Puffy. I'm gonna call him Puffy. That's my area. You're dating Puffy's son, and then you go and date Puffy. Like, you don't think that's nasty? You're dating father and son. You're like, and here's the thing: the rumor is like, oh, she's too young to be married, and that's what it is. You're 25. When you were dating Puffy, how old were you? When you were dating his son, how old were you? When you were dating. You get what I'm saying? So it's like she's just too young.
She's too young to settle down, but she's not too young to have like relationships. Right. Let's not get it twisted. It's weird to me, man. Like the whole thing is weird. Like, since we're talking about being too young to carry, did you know that more mothers pass away in childbirth after the age of 25? Mm-hmm. Do you know why? Like a lot of female advocates fight for this, because it's huge now, because most people don't not only marry after 25, they put off marriage and they put off having families till their latter years. A coworker and a friend of mine personally chose to have kids in her latter years, like everybody does. She passed away. She had one. She had the first one, really touch and go, really complicated, but had it. The second one took her out. God rest her soul. But and one thing that we don't like, a lot of again, the female advocates, like they're saying, yeah, we need to do this. This is a big thing. Yeah, but you know why? Because your body just can't carry it, and you really can't carry it. You're at your female sexual peak and fertility is when she's like 18 or 19 or something. So past 28, going into her 30s, she loses something like 80% of her eggs are not viable at all. So there's I know we like to fight against it, but there is a biological clock to this, right? Right? If you're able to do all of this, she's worth $1 million now, $2 million through her makeup line. If she's able to create businesses, join wars, like and kill people, she can literally join the army. Uncle Cat at 18, Uncle Sam could put a gun in her hand. She can kill people, take lives legally. She can do porn. She can't drink, but she can do all of these things. And she can't have a baby. It's nonsensical. It's nonsensical. Why? Because our foreparents did it. They were married at 14, 15, 16. All right. They were starting out,
Yeah.
And again, that was the past, but you're telling us that we're just like regressing, or I guess this is progress. The biology doesn't add up, guys. The biology don't add up,
Absolutely.
25 is the age to be having kids,
Yeah.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And that was part of it. Again, with she's too young to be settling down. This is the time you get married. Listen, that's the age that you wanna get married at. Now I understand some people like to set up certain things in their life, but listen, you're Lori Harvey. Money isn't really an obstacle. It's not really I just don't understand, you're too young to be married. So I get it. Everyone likes to set up their life. I'm going to get married at 40 when I'm established. I have my business and but like you said, that biological clock, you're going to do all of this. And then when you realize when it's too late, you have, no marriage, no husband, no kids to pass your legacy down to. I mean, sure, you can adopt, of course, yes, but it's still not the same, right?
No, it's not. You want your visage in your children. What's the sense of all this?
Yeah.
What's the sense in all this? You gotta have a kid. Have your own kids, please.
That's the thing. That's the thing I don't understand. Like the logic. I got numerous arguments about that one post. People say, "Oh, she's too young to have kids. She's too young to be married. She's too young to settle down." I'm like, hold up. I don't understand what's the logic of you young to settle down. Do y'all not know y'all women have a biological clock? Sometimes you gonna wait until like you're 30 or 40 just to go have a kid, just to go get married. By then you don't get to enjoy your time together. You don't get to enjoy your life together. Like, what sense does that make? I'm not saying go rushing him to go do anything. I'm saying if a man is willing to take his time to give you his last name, to make a union between you and him together, he sees a future with you. He doesn't see you as a tool. He sees you as a pawn. He sees you as the future mother of his children, his wife. And you don't want that because if that's what really happened in that circumstance, if you think that's not what you want, but you rather continue to be out there looking, now you're gonna go back out and you're gonna start looking for something that's not there because you found it, you threw it away. Now you're gonna look for something that's not really there anymore. Then you're just gonna continue dating who? Dating random people for what? They're not really accomplishing. They're not really bringing you love. They don't really care about you. The person that wanted to be with you, cared about you. You turn them down. You don't even want him. But you're gonna go out. You're gonna go out and look for the same thing. What you were looking. The point of dating is looking for love and looking to be married and building an empire, building together. You found it. You turned it down just to go back out to go look.
But did she?
Another person to look for the same thing that they're not gonna offer you.
But this is speculation. This is speculation, though.
Speculation. What I'm saying is speculating what happened. I'm saying
because
what they saying happened. I'm not sure what really happened in the relationship. I wasn't involved. I don't know. I'm not friends with them, so I don't know what really happened.
Well, you know sources. It's always
sources said that's what happened.
It's always sources.
But he bought a house. He furnished it. He proposed to her to put it in the house. Move out her father's house.
Yeah.
Put it in his house. The father was happy. Steve was elated about it, talking about it on his radio show. They're building together, doing this, all that. And after that, he says about the whole topic was, I'm team Lori. I'm team Lori. Like you.
Well, that's his daughter. That's his daughter. He has
his daughter. Yeah.
But when he said it though, he said it with like a sad look on his face too. You know, Steve Harvey, he's always the one to smile and be grinning.
Well, that's his daughter. He's gonna protect her at any cost, even if it's against his own beliefs or his own thoughts. He's not gonna expose that. But if that is the reason, well, let me ask you guys this question, right? if this is the case, and based on her history and the way that she moves, right, it would appear so. Like she's in these short-term relationships. She's jumping from one guy
Every
to the
year, bro,
next.
she's in a different relationship, bro. It's like every year she's in a different relationship.
Well, she's been with them for a year and a half. So,
that was her longest one, I think. From her timeline, she dated Memphis, the soccer player. She dated Justin Combs. She dated Trey Songz. Every year she's with someone different, bro. Never knows how what really is to settle down or to find what society tells us is happiness, to be in love, to be married. I don't think she's looking for that.
You gotta do what makes you happy. Now, I know you keep calling her a city girl, but I kind of want to steer away from that, right? Because what it gives is, because and I know you called Future a city boy, whatever.
I call him the president of the committee after our founding father passed on. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace.
I'm done with y'all. But let me ask you,
City Boy though. Kevin Samuels was a city boy.
But he was the president of the committee, bro.
But Kevin Samuel believed in marriage. That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to get black men and black women to marry each other.
He was trying to get black women out of their way to find love, to be with a black man.
Not just black women, men too. Because we gotta. Everyone keeps thinking he was just solely focused on.
No, he was focused on men and women.
Men and women.
He was
Kevin Samuels
in the community.
Kevin Samuels was mostly focused on men with just the sheer years, because he did 3 years of focusing on making men's content, and then he did his last 2 years focusing on women's content. But again, that's why I say Kevin Samuels is not a city boy. He actually believes in marriage between and
city
building a black family. But
we city boys were city boys.
All right, let me finish. Let me finish. B. What do you call it? Well, because the point I was trying to make is this: like, because you made a statement earlier, and you said, she doesn't. What do you call it? Isn't what she wants is love and to date. Like dating person to person, because you're trying to find love. Like, how do you know that that's what she wants? Maybe she doesn't want that. Maybe she just wants to date people, and maybe she just wants to kind of build her name and build her brand off of dating that, like the Kardashians. Like, it sounds like what she's doing is she's going the mogul route, right? What did the Kardashians do? They slept with every big name they could, and with everything, with every big name they dated. Their brand got bigger. They made deals. They get this, and then they moved on to the next guy. And their brands got bigger, and they got more shows out of it. They got more money, more branding deals, and then they just wash, rinse, and repeat. A lot of these, you have to realize there is a mogul route. They're trying to be like, she's trying to be. I have no. It looks like she's trying to be the next Rihanna, the next Kim K. Like, they're going the mobile right. That's how you do it. Especially Lori Harvey. Hold on, let me finish, because Lori Harvey doesn't really do anything. Michael B. Jordan is an actor. Stephen Harvey is a comedian and a great promoter, a great public speaker. Like, and he's been everywhere. Like, she hasn't done anything. She has a skincare line. You know what I'm saying?
She's an entrepreneur.
Okay? Yeah. She's an entrepreneur now, but again, she has no. You don't see any time. I mean, and don't get me wrong, she's very young. She's still 25. And so she has so much more to do. But like I'm saying, she doesn't have she's not really known for anything except for who she's
Steve Harvey's daughter,
who she's dated, right? More so than being Steve Harvey's daughter.
Let me ask you guys this question. The way that she's moving, right? To your point, Q, like, how do we know she just doesn't want to date? I think, everyone is saying she's too young. Guys do it as well. Is it so bad? Do you think, obviously we're in this new era that started where it's like women and men need to be equal on every playing field, which is fine. We all agree with that in this room here. Do you think she's moving this way and saying, I'm too young? Not saying this is the case, but if this is the energy from the sources, she's too young to do this and too young to do that. Do you feel it's because they feel that men operates in the same way? Meaning that, a man, like what the saying is, like a man, like you see us men, we can say, we're going to wait until 40 to have kids. We're going to build an empire because we're not the ones that's carrying the children. If you notice, like a 40-year-old man that's so focused on his business and decides to have his first kid, his wife is much younger than him.
But you gotta also remember, we should in condo. Men usually don't have biological clocks.
No, that's what I'm
A
saying.
man could be 60, 70 and still have a child.
No, not past 60s are really hard. 60s are usually the cutoff. 60s is the cutoff.
Bro,
But still,
I know some Haitian men.
I'm sure.
65, 70 have.
I'm sure.
I guess basically
hear you.
what I'm saying is anything you can do, I can do better, because that's been the energy, right? With like women and saying, you know, we can do what a man does. So do you feel it kind of plays into that? The way she's jumping into the relationship to relationship, doing this, doing that, doesn't want to settle down. You know, she's too young to do all of this, because 25 is not too young to do anything. This is.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I mean, it's possible. I'm not gonna. I can't make any strong enough argument to oppose that. It's definitely possible. It's definitely doable. We see it all the time. But to your point, men and women are not equal.
No.
We're not. I mean, we are in this country, and
This
women.
country trying to make us like.
If she's doing the same like job as me and we have the same title, she should make the same money, 100%. Like she should be able to run out and do whatever the hell she wants to do, 100%. But again, what people don't realize is with more power comes more responsibility. Okay, all right, because yes, you can do this and you can do the same things as a man does, but there's a responsibility to that. All right, because when the time comes and you're like 30 or 40 and you're trying to like find a dude to like marry, those windows of opportunities tend to shrink a little bit more, you know, especially when it comes to the case of women. The most unhappiest demographic of women, according to Psychology Today, is women over 40, making over six figures, or making over 80,000 a year. They're the most medicated for depression and whatever psychoactive medicines, like really big stuff for depression, anxiety, like a lot of different things. So that demographic, like again, men don't talk about this, but that's also very stressful for men that age, like men in their 40s or whatever that make that money. It's stressful. It's also lonely. Men just, again, we just move a little bit differently. We're more a little stoic. And again, and maybe part of it is because society teaches you boys don't cry. Even though I never really ascribed to any of that. If you gotta cry, go and cry, but not too much, obviously. And also, after you cry, pick yourself up, get the team together, and go at it again. Life moves on. Get stronger, get faster, get better. Do what you need to do. Period. So to your point, Prada, I don't know. If that's what she wants to do, God bless her. I'm not good for her. Good for her. I'm happy that Michael B. Jordan like figured out now that he's getting a person that's not that like he understands that this person is not like on the same timeline as him, and now he can move on and find a nicer person, a person that fits more of what he wants. He wants a kid. He wants family. He's an older gentleman. He's grown. He's mature.
Yeah, I think he's like 10 years older. Yeah, 35.
Yeah, he's 35. He's a multi-millionaire. Net worth 25 million. He's doing his thing. He is. Don't get it twisted. He will be the next Denzel. He's the next. He's the next Will Smith. Don't get it twisted. His star is still his trajectory is still going up. It's still going up because Michael B. Jordan.
He's at his peak right now. He's at his peak.
And he's still going up. I don't even think he's reached his peak yet. He's still going up. That kid is the future. Don't get it twisted. He's going to be all right.
The other thing to this, and why I keep bringing it back to the branding aspect. One on not just a branding, but what would have been if Lori was my daughter and I had to have a conversation with her, just looking at the resume of who she's dated up until Michael B. Jordan, that's the guy, right? Assuming that he's good in all aspects, he's not abusing her, anything like that. Couples argue, so we're not talking about that. But in terms of if I as a father, I would be more than happy if my daughter ended up with a Michael B. Jordan, especially if she just finished dating Future, Trey Songz, Puffy.
P. Diddy and P. Diddy's son.
Yeah, like that's crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? So I would have been like, yo, you finally came across a really good guy that's actually gonna care for you. You know, he just looks like a good guy. Just what he does on his personal life and with personal time. Not saying that those other guys don't do anything, but we know what the other guys are about, which is why that relationship didn't last long. And then the second part of the branding, again, you are Steve Harvey's daughter. Like, to be honest, you can't be moving around the way that you're moving.
All crazy like that, yeah.
Yeah, because it just looks a little, you know, and I know he can't really say anything, you know, but hopefully there's a backdoor conversation to be like, yo, chill out. This reminds me of Lawrence Fishburne's daughter. Crazy. Like, your dad is Lawrence. We don't even, if you know, you know. But I'm just saying, like, when your dad or your mom is this iconic person, this thing, the brand matters. And you know, you have to carry yourself in a specific way. I doubt we're gonna see LeBron's kids trip out like this. I doubt we're gonna see certain, you know, you could just kind of tell the certain households that's gonna kind of be strong. You know, not saying it's not possible, but
Bruce, can I jump in?
Yeah.
Bruce Jenner told what was her name? The older one, Khloe Kardashian, the one that she was big. He told her right on camera. He says, "You're too big. You're hurting the brand. Lose weight." And you know what she did? She lost weight, and she made way more money. Again, it's not an easy thing to say, but that's what he said. You know, that's what he said. And guess what? And again, because he's like, the brand and the image is everything. That's how we make our money. So you have to look. You have to. What he was basically saying is that you have to play the part. It sounds wild, crazy, but it's crazy, right?
Bro,
crazy. And this is before he. I
think I've seen the episode
to become to.
I think I've seen that episode. That was before he came
crazy.
Caitlyn. That was like a few years, like a year before he came Caitlyn.
That should have been a backdoor conversation. That's crazy.
But he said it on national TV too.
The ratings.
But he gave game though. He was giving he gave millions of dollars worth of game. People don't get it flies over people's heads. Like that dude he's speaking truth.
Yeah.
The way if you look better, you present better, you dress up better. You you're presenting the world a better version of yourself. People are more receptive to see that.
You have to just to take
your shirt has a stain on it, man.
Wait. Man,
dude.
I'm about to go for it.
Brezhnev.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yo, my man got the grease stain on the shirt.
If you listen to what, if you listen to what he had said in the episode, you get it. I understood why he said it.
Who?
Bruce Jenner. If you watch that,
we're not still talking about Bruce Jenner right now, right?
No, we're good. I just wanted to make a statement on that. This dude was to go.
B remembers the episode, bro. That was before the trend. I never watched the Kardashians, so I can't really.
I watched it because the person I was dealing with at that time.
You watch the Kardashians. Stop it. You watch it.
I watch the Kardashians. The girl I was dealing with at the time.
You was just about to reference some more episodes.
No, that one episode I watched. That girl I was dealing with that time. We watched it together.
Now there was a girl. Now there was a girl involved.
B, you watch Sex in the City?
Keep it a buck. Well, shut up, B. I watch Sex in the City. I'm gonna keep it a buck up in here.
No, really.
Shut up, man. Hey, man. Come on now. No.
Really,
if you had cable back then and you was on HBO, they had the Sex in the City, Sopranos, all of that. Man.
I watched.
I forgot who was watching Sex in the City in my house at this time, but I sat there and I was watching it. Did I follow it a few episodes? Absolutely. Do I care? No. But cut it out.
Everybody knows Sex in the City, man. Everybody knows.
I watched The Sopranos. I watched the what's that show called about Baltimore when they were doing the killing?
You don't even know. You know
The Wire.
The Wire. I ain't watched Sex in the City, bro. I watched that show.
But you just said what that is. You don't know what.
I watched, bro. No one watched The Wire in years, bro. I don't remember that. I don't remember nothing. Yeah, bro.
Get out of here.
Look, Michael and Lori, we wish you guys the best. Hopefully the breakup.
We wish Michael the best.
No, stop.
B, come on, B.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm not.
B, don't be toxic.
Well, okay, all right. Let's wrap it up with this. Why not wish her the best?
I respect.
She broke my man's heart.
How you know it's her fault though? How you know?
How do you know it's his fault?
How do I know it's her fault?
How?
You need to get close to Kevin because y'all won't listen. He proposed marriage.
How do you know that? That's
He was
rumors.
ready.
All of it is rumors.
The man went to the game.
What if she caught him cheating? What if she caught him cheating, B? You don't know.
So he would have looked so sad at the game that night, bro.
What do you
He
mean?
was at the Warriors game. He looked sad, heartbroken, bro. Shit, that night he was that heartbroken. She was posting on Instagram.
B, let me tell you something about men, right? And as men in this group, whether you've done this in your past or stuff, you could have been in a relationship with a girl, right? And you could have been cheated on her and playing her, right? And the minute she wants to break up with you, are you not like sitting there devastated, like, oh no, don't leave me, I'm gonna change? Him being sad at a game doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
You don't.
I've never said that.
What I'm saying is until the facts come out, this is why they broke up. I think you should just be neutral. You're just assuming. But if it comes out that he was beating her in private,
yeah. What if he was drop kicking her in the back of her head?
If he was drop kicking her, bro, they love to tell a black man in Hollywood. That would have been first news. That would have been private.
Yeah, but black women will protect their men. So even if he was abusing her, he said no, they won't. Even if he was abusing her, black women, I've seen it. Black women will stay quiet and protect their men.
He was not abusing her.
How you know? How you know, B?
Her stepfather got a big mouth. In the words of Ralph Cramden, he has a big mouth.
But you don't know that, man. She could be holding him down.
Boys.
They broke up.
Gents, let me jump in. Makes no sense to go down this rabbit hole because we don't know nothing. So
exactly,
we're literally arguing over nothing. All right, you see how
I'm just saying.
B, you're always arguing. Okay?
I feel you, Michael. I feel your pain, my brother. I've been heartbroken, my brother. I feel your pain.
B is biased out here.
Oh my God,
Very.
B, man. Again,
I've been heartbroken, bro.
I can tell. Trust me, we can all tell, my brother. And I'm sorry, but that's part of life.
I'm a scorned teddy bear black man. We've
all been there, B. Everybody's gotten their hearts broken. You know, we've all got done dirty, tried to do the right thing. There's a lot of noise. What's going on?
That's Prada.
What's going on?
My wife and kids, they want to come down here and they roasting us. I don't know why. I just hear someone laughing in the background. You don't see the studio lights is on? You don't? What you need? Nothing?
Yo, anyway. Tell them to hop on YouTube and subscribe and watch the pod, man.
Yeah, watch the pod. They came down here direct. I'm like, why are you laughing like that? But anyway, look, man, we wish you guys the best. Hopefully you guys worked it out. Don't work it out. Who cares? Just hopefully.
We wish Michael the best.
Got it.
Let me go online. Let me go on record. I don't care either way. They're not real people to me. So you guys can wish whatever you want. I don't care. I don't care. I didn't give a damn.
No, you can't walk down the street. You cannot walk through people. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Leave the kids alone. This is the most thing. Go on. Leave the kids alone, bitch. Leave the kids alone. Leave them alone. All of a sudden, you leave the kids alone. Yeah, leave the kids alone. Everybody, leave the kids alone. Hey, leave the kids alone. Hey, leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. Get out of the way. Leave the kids alone. For what? Hey, I'm not walking up on nobody. I'm walking. These motherfuckers got in my face. Arrest them. I'm walking down the damn street. Hey.
Calm down. You got the right to be upset.
I got the right to walk down the street.
You don't have the right
to walk down the street.
Chase people down the street.
I haven't chased anybody. They chased me. Meanwhile, you in my face. Why are you in my face? It said these motherfuckers are pushing me down the street. Why?
We in everybody.
Why? You in my face. No, you're in my face. These motherfuckers all over the place. All in my face.
Hey, do me a favor. Back up and step off the property.
Fuck her property. Her property, she put it up under my foot.
Get off it. We're going down.
Get off my feet. You're on
Get off the flag.
Get off the flag.
Now, can I continue to walk down the damn street in Dallas, where I live? or can I not walk down the street?
Pass me on that corner, bro.
You're damn right I did.
And we know exactly why.
I don't give a fuck why, and it doesn't matter why. This is
terrorizing and
America.
harassing these
I don't need to
families.
give you a reason why I'm walking down the street.
Terrorism.
We got rid of that in the 50s with the civil rights laws. It doesn't matter anymore, you stupid cunt. It doesn't matter. I'll call you whatever the fuck I feel like.
Did you want to keep going?
I'm planning to keep walking down the damn street.
I'll be there walking with them.
Enjoy your trip. Hey, KJ. I'm gonna go first. Let me go first.
No, you're not. You're not.
No,
doing
let him go. Let him
this
go.
This is your story. This is Q's story. Why he going first?
Let him go. Let him go. Let him go. It's fine. Let him go.
What?
It's
Go
fine.
ahead.
Let him go.
Nah.
Don't worry. I'm
trust
gonna clean. I'm gonna clean it up at the end. But B, if you get crazy, man, I'm telling you right now, bro. I'm gonna have to. Please don't make me regret this. Let him go.
Okay.
Let him go.
Let's start with the beginning. A black man walking on the street, a group of people decide they're gonna attack him and block his pathway. And then when he gets to the end of it, the black people, the cops pull up on him. Why I don't understand is how did they pull up on him and blame him for
B, you have a visitor, man. Look behind you, man. Oh God. Oh God, B.
I can't control that, but she don't listen to me. Go.
God, B.
I don't get it, bro. Yo, that's not
B, go ahead, bro.
like,
We go break it down. Let's seriously break this down. Go ahead.
break it down. A black man walking on the street, a group of people decide they're gonna attack him and block his pathway. They block his freedom to move down the street peacefully.
Yeah.
Then when it gets to the end of it, typically what usually happens to every black man that's innocent in the matter when walking on the street and not minding their business, who did the police stop first? The black man that's walking. Not the group of white people that are pushing him and obstructing his pathway. They don't say nothing to them. He's the issue. The whole issue is the black man walking on the street.
Well, let me jump in. So what you have is obviously protesters, liberals, who are protesting whatever whatever their cause is, and you have, again, what is protesting for? To disrupt, to cause it, to bring attention to their cause and to fight for their rights. Nothing wrong with that. Again, the civil rights movement helped us to get where we are today, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But that black man, who was also in his own way protesting against whatever they were protesting, was just walking through them, and you see the ire and the vitriol of them just trying to impede him from protesting. He has a right, whatever it is. Even if I don't care what you're protesting in America, even if it's stupid as hell, you can protest. You protest all you want. You're allowed to do that. I have an issue when you have. Also, first off, there's so many layers with this because you have the racial component. We got white people attacking black people. Also, you have black people within protecting the white people, coming to their aid so they can intercept another black man. I don't give a damn what side he's on or what he believes. He's allowed to do whatever he wants to do. This is how civil discourse works, right? You present the problem, I present the opposition, and we discuss it, we argue it, we converse it, and whoever wins out, they move forward, right? They move forward. Or we try to meet in the middle so that everybody will come to some type of agreement. We may not, because nobody's ever going to see eye to eye. I love you boys, but I don't see eye to eye with everything you do. I usually oppose most of your views, right? But still, there's a civil discourse between us, and then we can say, okay, cool, I believe this, I don't believe that. With things we don't believe, all right, it is what it is. I'm never gonna change your mind. But we can agree on certain things and respect each other. Respect each other. And he made some really good points. He's like, I'm walking through here, and all of a sudden, no, you can't walk through there. You can't take another person's freedoms. You can't take.
Stop me from. Why are you telling me I'm not allowed to walk through here because you don't want me to? Like on a public sidewalk. The
We've
man
gotten
is
to
walking through. I don't care if he's protesting. He's not going to protest. Whatever. He's walking through. Minding his business. All you have to do is let him go through. This should be done.
well, I don't know.
It's not to harass him, attack him, to make him not walk through here.
Well, the thing is,
you're not allowed to walk through here. Like what?
People are trying to now not only control people are trying to control how other people are supposed to react and think and feel, and that's never going to fly. Not in a free society. The reason why we're built so strong is because we have freedom of speech and freedom to protest and freedom to fight for whatever cause we want to, no matter how idiotic or how noble. Period. Prado, I haven't heard from you. What are your thoughts on this?
All right. So I want to break this down in a way, and you guys can go through it with me. The first thing, we all do realize the flag that was being waved around, right? And we, the hell? So obviously, whatever those people were there to protest, I'm assuming had something to do with the flags that they were waving. What I took from this entire video was they were protesting something. The black gentleman didn't agree with them, and he must have said something or whatever remark or whatever he did to let them know that he doesn't agree with their ideals. And to your point, it's supposed to, even if you don't agree with something, you should still be able to, even if you're arguing about it. However, they proceeded to block his path. They're saying that they did it because he brushed past her and they know why he did it. And again, another key thing before I even get into this is, if you notice at the end of the video, that sign that was being held, it said, leave the children alone. Basically, now what I'm going to take from this is they're both protesting something, right? One is saying, hey, this is our lifestyle, be proud, this is what we should do, and blah, 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 blah. And then you have the other side that's saying, well, hopefully they're saying, hey, that's okay. This is the choice that you decide to make with your life. Live your life the way that you see fit. However, don't promote it to the children, because children are innocent in everything. I could be beefing with Q right now, but if I see his 5-year-old son, 10-year-old son, 15-year-old son in the street, I'm just going to see him and be like, hey, what's up? How's everything? Because the kids have nothing to do with anything. So clearly, obviously, both sides opposed. Now, where I will say things went wrong is they should have never jumped in his way to prevent him from walking. That's it. And for me, I would have punched someone in the face, to be honest. Maybe the first time I would have brushed by and been like, all right, like, get out of my face, stop blocking me. But if they would have continued to, that would have turned violent for me. I don't care how many of them there were, right? So as a father, what I will say to that is I do believe in protecting the children. I have nothing against whatever anyone else believes in, how they want to live their lives. But I do agree with allowing children to make their own decisions, letting them grow up in a neutral environment. And should my daughters grow up and decide to live their life this way, they made that decision on their own. It wasn't influenced, it wasn't put on them. I watch certain cartoons and things like that, and I can see where a lot of it is being pushed on the kids. And and I understand you want the kids to grow up in a society to try to normalize what's going on, but that'll happen naturally when they see it with their own eyes. I don't think we should be influencing kids. Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with liking the same sex or doing this and it. And it's true, there is nothing wrong with it, but that's for us adults. Children, just leave them out of it. You shouldn't be trying to coerce people's kids into living your lifestyle, because they're kids. They know nothing of it, and again, I watch kids cartoons, man, with my daughter, and I'll see it. Same-sex moms, same-sex dads in the cartoon, and my daughter is like, where's their mom or where's their dad? And I'm sitting there looking around like, oh, okay. My daughter's just too young for me to have to explain that kind of stuff. So I understand the feelings there. The second thing that you guys pointed out was the cops stopping him. That I didn't like at all. It sucks even more because the cop was black. There was like 2 black cops there. If I'm a police officer and I'm arriving on a scene and I see a group of people in front of one individual, preventing that, my instincts would be to go and protect the one that's versus the many, right? Just instinct, just
How it
seeing
should
that
be.
situation.
That's how it should be.
But for some reason, they decided to approach him, and where he obviously, rightfully so, defended himself and and asked, "Why are you in my face?" These people are trying to block me from walking, and they're in my face. But here you are pressing me, and I think the first thing the cop said was, he's like, "It's okay if you disagree with them, but you don't need to do something." And he was like, "I didn't do anything to them. Like they're the ones blocking me, but you're in my face."
Yeah.
So for me, that kind of sucked. I'm just saying, this is not about being a cop. I'm just saying instinct, common sense shit. If I see one person and I see 40 people is trying to target this one person, and I'm a cop, hey, what's going on? You guys need to back up. My instinct is to protect the one versus the many, because the cops arrive, they don't know what's going on the scene.
They just automatically stop him, and they don't even ask the other people the question. They just stop. They just stop the one man that's being pushed, literally being pushed in a circle. A group of people push them in a circle. That's my issue. That's my issue. Another point I was trying to make, like what Prada said earlier, you gotta protect this. They're trying to push certain views on children that I don't agree with. But some things you have to make their own decisions on. We're not supposed to be pushing. They shouldn't even be pushing these certain views on children.
But
I don't judge. I don't mind. I don't care what your lifestyle is.
B, I agree with you. I'm not saying that's what they were doing. I'm just basing, just because I saw the sign at the end.
That's what I'm saying. That's
it was like, don't. So I don't know what they were pushing on the kids.
I know what they're pushing them about, what they were doing. So, but I even say
I'm looking at the flag that was being waved. I'm just looking at the flag that was being waved specifically. And then looking at that sign and trying to put two things together.
And you trying to, I don't know exactly what the person is about. I just seen that video. I find it very interesting. Like, how does that come to the conclusion when you see one man in a circle being literally pushed by? I'm not sure how much people are being pushing them, but the first person they stopped and person they accused of doing wrong was the one versus the many.
Oh no!
It's
the one black versus all of these white.
The white people.
You gotta protect. You gotta protect your white people, man.
I guess so.
I mean, yeah, the optics just look terrible on that. I think overall, the main issue, the main issue that I think is that they were preventing him from walking away. Even if he did do something offensive, but at least he was trying to walk away and leave the situation.
I don't know if he was
stop the issue. He was walking and he was leaving. They said, "No, you can't leave. You have to stay here. We have to stay here. We have to bully you." Like, what is this bullying tactic? Like
believe me, if that was someone built like an NFL player, stocky, they're not doing that. They're not doing that.
That man was built like a truck.
He wasn't built to do nothing. No.
Yeah, that man had a beer gut. The beer gut, that's power right there, bro. Take the power from the gut to the face.
Stop it, B. I'm telling you, bro. Stop it. I know I know you're trying to rep for the big boys, but I'm gonna tell you right now, no, man. That man was not the. He was not the epitome of fitness. Okay, he's not what we aspire to be.
But
my man got
power though.
No.
He wasn't gonna win that fight. Believe me, if it was someone like I said, built like an NFL player,
if it was The Rock, forget about it.
Yeah,
that The Rock, forget about it.
You gotta win the fight. You just gotta knock out like 2-3 people.
Oh my god!
And after that, if they're gonna stomp you out, at least you get 2-3 good punches and they can knock out.
Here come those hood tactics.
Headbutts.
Here come these.
You get beat up, but
here come these jailhouse tactics. These jailhouse tactics. B with his jail T-shirt breaking it down, man. There we go.
The video shows you. The video would have showed you. I would have got my licks if I got my ass whooped. If I got stumped out, I would have got my licks in. Because there's nobody stopping me from walking while I want to walk.
I got you,
but we're not doing that.
But clearly he was He was in his own right protesting, saying that okay, you can be up all on the sidewalk. I'm gonna walk through. You're not gonna keep me from walking through. So again, I'm not sure exactly what it was about. I don't know all the whole context to it because I was reading the comments and it wasn't saying
much. They weren't telling you nothing about the comments. The comments weren't telling you nothing about the protest. They were just saying what they would have done. I'm like, this is.
Yeah, it's crazy, but again, it's just the optics of like a black man, what do you call it, being accosted by a group of white people, and they're liberals. They're supposed to be on our side. I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, the optics are insane on this. It does not look good. It doesn't look good because
on the police end and on the white people's end, it made them both look bad. The one black man is being bullied by police and bullied by a bunch of group of white people.
Black police officers.
Black police, and they were lying too. They were lying. They said you were doing this, that, and that. He's like, I didn't do none of that. Again,
I was walking. Literally, the whole video shows him walking and a group of people accosting and bullying. The whole video.
I like how they told him to calm down.
They were there watching this whole
yes.
Hold on, B. I like how the one thing that probably irked me out of anything was that, listen, I'm being harassed by all these people. I'm annoyed. I'm already frustrated with this, and you're telling me to calm down. Not the mob that's preventing me from walking, but you're telling me to calm down. So that for me, that was like the number one, the cops thing. It was just frustrating. The optics overall, because I just see these black guys coming out of nowhere, and I'm like, who are these guys? And then, to come to find out that police officer. But again, the intention, what they assumed was just that he was the issue. And for me, that's what's wrong. You come on the scene, you figure out what's wrong, but the instinct should have been to protect him because it was one versus the many. You had to have seen them blocking him from moving and doing all of these things. So
I'm pretty sure they seen the whole thing because they came out of the crowd. So basically,
I mean, I can't say that. I don't know. The footage doesn't show them like sitting in the car watching, but nor did we see the whole thing. We just got it from.
We see the clip, but I'm saying the way they see them coming into the clip. It's like they were there from a distance or watching. They didn't say nothing the whole time. They just popped up. Where
that's what I'm saying. They could have just arrived on the scene.
Again, gents, I don't think we should worry about things that we don't or argue about things we don't know. Let's just focus on what we see in the clip. When more things come out, if another clip comes out to kind of show more, we can go back, reassess what we said, maybe take back certain things, and then give a better understanding. But from just that, what I saw, none of it is good. None of it is a good thing. Like what do you call it, dude? Even if the dude was protesting some ill stuff, he has the right to do that. He has the right to do it as long as he's not hurting anybody. As long as he's not hurting anybody,
we have rights. He's allowed to protest when he wants to protest.
Absolutely.
And no matter what one of his views are sick, twisted, whatever it is, but no one's allowed to accost you, block you, and bully you the whole entire your path of this in this great free country.
It's crazy.
I would have started swinging.
You know what? Another thing I noticed that made me reinforce this, because I was jokingly saying this to my wife. We're not moving to Texas. It's always something like that wherever. Dallas, San Antonio, it don't matter where the hell.
Dallas,
there's always
Florida,
something.
Texas, somewhere.
Florida's not in Texas.
What I'm saying is always something in one of these states. It's either in Florida, it's in Texas.
No. What I'm saying is just Texas in general, and I don't want to make this a race thing, but the optics is always something like that going on somewhere in Texas, right? So for me, it's like, he's like, can I walk down the street in Dallas where I live? And he has to like break his whole neck, because he's trying to highlight the fact like, hey, I live here, like, and he doesn't, and clearly he feels he doesn't have the same rights and respect as the other civilians did. And, and I can understand why.
That was
First,
a mob, bro.
Okay, let me jump in. I gotta give you a little pushback product
on the Texas.
You said that I don't want to make this a race thing. And here's the thing: I'm not down for people who want to be victims of things or play the crybaby victim card and run in the victim Olympics.
Yeah.
But we have to be very cognizant of the fact that race plays a big part in America, in American history, and now. So even when you say I don't want to make it, a lot of times it boils down to.
I think that was the thing is.
Yeah, that's why I said the optics. That's why I said even if that situation isn't about race at all, it's just that they have different beliefs on whatever the topic was, whatever that was. The optics look terrible because it's just a group of white people preventing a black man from walking, and then on top of that, you have some other black people come in the video, and you thinking it's all right, and it's also to target that one black person as well. So yeah, it looks terrible.
Black people have always been used to take down what do you call it, to sow insurrection within their own culture. Okay, there's plenty of those people out there. There are plenty of people alive and well today. Plenty of people in the past that have taken out really good men. Have you seen the movie The Black Judas?
I thought you was gonna say Django because I was thinking about Samuel L. Jackson.
The minute, like that.
Yeah. Kevin,
Judas,
Kevin,
Django,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Black Judas, Django. What's that movie? What's that movie with Kunta? With Kunta Kinte?
Yeah. Roots.
Roots. A couple of movies like that, bro. It's always a house. There's always a house person that's there. A house
ninja.
Yeah, a house ninja that's there to mess up everything. There's one point in the movie Roots I like the most. The guy said,
"It'll always be your own, man.
You'll always be your own. Y'all always gonna be a bunch of peckerwoods. Y'all always gonna be here to tear us down." And the funny part is, it's my own that's gonna tell on me. It's my own that's gonna destroy me.
Absolutely.
But at the end of the day, I'd rather them kill me and hang me by my neck. But I ain't never gonna be a slave. And that's how I'm ready. That's how mentality should be. Because at the end of the day, it's always gonna be the one person. It's always gonna be that's there to betray the whole community.
Well, listen, man. I mean, step one.
There's always that one house ninja that's willing to break us down and destroy us.
Well,
this is how it works in this country.
Well, look, it's. I don't want to. Let's not say country. Because we have to also be willing to talk about our community as a whole, right? Because we can look at this and say, the whole world is against us, the country, the state, and all of this. It's true, right? But it's also black on black as well. So we already have everyone else, tearing it down, and then we ourselves within our own units are jealous of each other, each other's success. We don't want to work together to build anything because we want majority of everything. We don't like to share. We don't,
And that's the thing I don't understand about this community.
We want to build individually. So when you go at it alone, if you look at other races, other peoples, like everyone works as a unit.
Absolutely, because they believe in community. So I believe that's what brings the strongest community.
Absolutely.
The Jews. Actually, shout out to the Jews, man. They got a fantastic community.
And
they all work together, bro.
They got their own police, their own school. But here's the thing:
they don't own the thing, though. When they, I'm sorry to cut you off, but about the Jewish community, bro, they don't own a business as one. Not one own a business. They own it together. It's like the whole community. Like if you see them building like a building, it's not just one owner. It's like 6 of them all together to make a committee that bought that building together, bro.
Well, again, that comes down to do our people. Based on my experience, it comes down to greed. It comes down to wanting to be. I want 100% of everything. I don't want to share. It comes down to being jealous of each other. You see someone that's successful, and what you should be doing is like, hey, how did you do this? Teach me. I'm willing to learn. I'm willing to invest. I'm willing to do that. But instead, you look at that person and you're envious because you guys came from the same place, but that person made something of themselves because they decided to go on a certain path. You rather rob the person. I've seen so many things like, hey, this person is successful. Let's find out how he or she did it and let's work with them. Nope. Let's go rob them. Let's let's hate on them.
But why is that the community's mentality? That's how
crabs in a barrel, man. When they say that all the time, listen, we don't have. I want to say there's just people just don't have enough confidence. We don't want to take any risk. We here's the thing. I feel like, and I'm speaking within our community because that's who I predominantly hang out with. I'm not saying it doesn't exist in other communities, but other communities are thriving. There's always something about, if let's talk about Brooklyn, Flatbush, right here. We right here. Most of the bodegas, who are they owned by?
Arabs, Arabs, and what do you call it? Yeah,
Dominicans.
Arabs, Middle Easterns.
Okay,
No,
let's
some
go.
Dominicans on bodegas now.
But mostly in Middle
Middle
Easterns.
Easterns.
Okay, now what's next? Okay, beauty supply stores. Let's talk about
Africans.
Asians.
There you go.
Asians, I've seen a couple.
I'm not saying they don't exist. What I'm saying is predominantly the majority.
Owned by
Now,
Asians. Yeah, you're right.
Now they are, like, let's keep it with the beauty supply. There are black people that own that, right? But how many stores do they have? Because they're working on their own individually. This is what I'm saying. The community, like if you look at a Chinese restaurant, right? And this blew my mind. Right there on Flatbush and Cortellia, there's a Chinese restaurant called Great Wall, right? And I used to go there all the time. Go there, get my meal. Who?
Not there no more.
Who's not there? Q?
Great Wall.
Who you said?
Great Wall's not there anymore.
Oh, you said Great Wall's not there. Yeah. I mean, you know.
Closed down. After the pandemic, closed down.
That's fucked up.
Some good Chinese food though. I miss them though.
Yeah, probably the rent is higher, or whatever, but who knows?
Yeah.
But I go there, and I moved obviously, and I used to work in the city. And I was walking in the city one day, and I seen a Chinese restaurant. It was called the Great Wall, and I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "Yo, like, you have the same business name as this other business that I know." I'm like, legally there should be an issue there, right? So I go in there. I'm like, "Oh, there's a restaurant in my neighborhood that has the same name as you guys." And it was like, "Where?" And I was like, "In Brooklyn." I was like, "Oh no, that's ours too. We just have 15 restaurants scattered throughout New York."
But that's the thing, though.
Queens, Brooklyn.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, bro.
Yeah, but our community has yet to figure that out.
I don't think it's not that being figured out. I think that we have lack of support. We don't support each other enough. A lot of people in the community, I cannot understand, because I'm gonna say straight back. All right, let me take it to personal. My dad owns a radio station. Yeah. He owns a shop. Most of the people we put on and we helped out are the ones that hate us the most. They despise me. They hate my father.
Why? Is that jealousy? Is it envy?
It's jealousy.
Or did your dad do something? Or did your dad do something to them? How you know?
My dad is the nicest person ever, bro. Two people they hate, bro. They hate my dad and my dad's best friend that helped him the most. That's props. He helps my dad. Your pops, they hate your pops because your pops help my dad out. Okay. And your pops don't know why they hate him. Because he helped my dad.
Let me jump in for you.
That's like, I don't get it. I don't understand why they hate my dad. At first, my dad used to tell me, my dad and your dad used to tell me they don't like us. I never said why.
Wait, but you said that he tried to put them on to what? Like helping them open their own business?
He'll show them how to open a radio station, what to do about it, how to talk on the radio. He'll put them on the game, show them how to be a technician at a radio station, stuff like that. And they'll just hate him. They hate your dad, and they hate your dad for associating himself with my dad. They're envious. They think they like, your dad is old. If your dad was in support of my dad, helping my dad out, my dad need the help, or when he needs help back there when I'm not there, my older brother not there, your dad was not there helping him out. My dad would have crashed already, and this is what they want. They want my dad to flat, like the whole thing to close down. My dad is too successful, so he works too hard. He don't deserve it. We deserve it. You shouldn't have it. So they believe it. They won't put the effort in. They won't put the work in, but they believe my dad shouldn't have it. They should be his, not his.
All right,
I don't get it.
All right, I got you. I'm gonna get you right, B. You know what? Here's the thing. You don't get it because what we gentlemen are not realizing in America is, especially in this country, we're not socialized to work together. That's why it's not working. Asian people are socialized to work together, work within the community. Even if they exploit each other, the money stays with it. They know that, hey, everybody knows, like, well, you know what? The money's staying right here, and we're growing the community. All right. There is no community, a sense of community in the black community. All right. This is the biggest issue right here. All right, this is why we don't feel like we can work together, because we don't trust each other. You know why we don't trust each other? Because we don't have a community that is built on trust to try to that we need to try to work. That we figure out, we need to try to work. And hey, Jimmy has this business, Jimmy has that business. Forgive me, I'm trying to
no, do your thing.
Plug my stuff in so it doesn't die. My camera in so it doesn't die. If you're not socialized to do that, I could go back to the Jews. They're taught from a very, very young age. Hey, this is your cousin. This is your father. What do you call it? Your cousin? You're gonna go work for your cousin. You're gonna do this. He's gonna give you money, but that money stays where? Within the Jewish community, right? Mm-hmm. It circulates 19 times before it goes out. The black dollar circulates. It circulates one time maybe in the black community before it goes out. Okay,
absolutely.
You have to realize this. Like, if again, with all the hardships that blacks have been through, and how our mentalities are, this starts from slavery, and it goes from generation to generation. We're doing better off now, but we should be doing way better.
Absolutely.
But if we all look at each other as like, I can't trust this guy, I want to do it by myself, and don't get it twisted. A lot of people are amazing at getting it out the mud and doing it by themselves, right? Mm-hmm. It may take them 30, 40 years to become successful, but what they're not what they're not realizing, it could take you 3, it could take you 2, it could take you 10, right? But our men don't trust our women. Our women don't trust the men, and we work against each other. Instead of figuring out, trying to get together, build communities, have babies, passing these things on to them. Strong work ethics are passed along, but the sense of working, even within Haitians, don't trust this guy, don't trust that guy. It is a cancer that is infested, and this, I promise you, is what will be the end of the black community. But I'm gonna say this, and this might sound controversial. Black people have maybe 3 or 4 generations before they're completely absorbed into America, and there is
originality.
And
there won't be no more originality. There'll be no more from the. Remember the old ways, the old traits.
Right, because all of the people who are still like, I'm just gonna focus on me. I'm just gonna do me. It's very selfish. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna do this. I can't work with him. I did it by myself. Everybody wants to do it all by themselves because people don't realize.
It takes a.
Let me get this one out. Let me get this one out because the point is this. Black people, everybody wants to be HNIC. They want to be the head ninja in charge, right? They're very good at doing things and making things happen, but they want 100% of that. That's not how any viable society works. And this is this is to answer you, B. You're like, I don't know how. This is why. Our mentality is corrupt. We're socialized not to work together, not to trust each other. All right?
To be envious, to be jealous of each other.
Absolutely. To compete against one another as opposed to working together.
But what I realized, bro, one thing I've learned, my 33 years on this earth, I learned something, bro. It's better to work as a team, put your heads together, than work separately, bro.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. Does that answer your question? Did I answer your question?
That answered my question. That answered my question. Amazing, bro. You made great points, bro. I'm proud. I'm happy with the points you made, bro, because those points you made, bro, explain a lot to me, bro. Because I'm seeing it because now that I'm more focused on helping my dad out and his business, bro, and build more too, bro, expanding the business. I see people starting to hate me more and more and more and more because they're saying, "Oh, your dad is still stuck in the old age," but because of you being around, he's moving on to the further and he's advancing to the new age of life, and that means he's to continue to build the brand. And they rather see the brand crash and the brand die and say it's another typical Haitian business that just closed.
What people also have to realize too within the black community, listen, man, you can have 1 million people smiling in your face and they're praying for your downfall.
Absolutely.
They'll secretly, and the minute you fall, and you lose
They'll
everything.
throw a party. They'll throw a party on your down.
Yeah, they'll
party on
start
your
throwing a little shade. They'll start doing this and that, and then you'll really start to be able to identify who was really genuinely there for you, who was happy for
And
you,
who was
who's willing
hating
to
on you in the
support
back.
you. I think at the end of the day, I mean, there's a lot of reasons as into why we don't support each other the way that we should do, because every community is far more advanced, and some of these communities aren't even born here. They come from their countries and they come here and thrive and do much more and accomplish
they don't only
more.
Thrive. They don't only thrive. They capitalize on the system. They capitalize on everything, bro. It's
Absolutely.
Like, it's people, bro. That
They should.
open.
I ain't hating on it. They should though. They should.
They
God
should.
bless them.
This is what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. It's like they come from a different country and they understand. And somebody opens doors for them. In our community.
Who?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. Somebody shows them how to get the doors open. Somebody opens the door for them. Guides them in their community. It's always someone in the community that tells you this is who you talk to. This is who you talk to. This is how you negotiate. This is how you do it. In our community, that person that knows the connects, that knows how to get things through, that knows how to get things away and how to build things up, help people with certain things. That one person, he decides if he doesn't like you or how your head is shaped, or how your skin tone is, how you are, how your attitude, how your mannerisms, he decides, you know what, I'm not gonna help you with nothing. Even if you come ask me,
I think that's subjective. I think that's subjective. Just because I'm black doesn't mean that I'm gonna go into business with any black person. That black person is not like, if your mannerisms is terrible, if you have an attitude, you don't show up to things on time, you're not professional, I'm not gonna want to do business with you either. So it's not necessarily just because you're black. Let's work together. Because let's not mix those two things. You have to find, everyone has to be like-minded. When we talk about these other communities, everyone has that one goal. Everyone understands business comes first. Personal feelings in the garbage. We're all going to get a piece of this pie and we're going to grow this empire. Sure, 10%. If you take 10 people, like we was talking about earlier, 10 people, we go buy a building. Sure, the profit is going to get split 10 ways. We understand that. But guess what? When we're on building 2, building 3, building 4, building 5, and so on, that 10% ownership becomes crazy. I'd rather take 10% of a $1 billion business than have 100% of a 6-figure business.
Facts.
To be honest, sure, it's great. And honestly, and I think there's a lot of people within the black community. And I don't want to take away from it. I think there are a lot of people, because I don't think it's just us. I think there are a lot of people in the black community that want to build and come together and do something. It's just hard for us to find each other, right? Because for every one of us, there's thousands of that's too hard to do. That ain't gonna work. I don't want to take the risk.
That mindset. Why do we have that mindset of thinking things are too hard and we don't want to take a risk? In life, you need to take risks.
Because our community wants to see instant profit. They want to see instant. This is why, let's say if we're doing something, let's use this podcast as an example right now, right? And we could thumbnail this for, when we become what we're destined to be. Right now, we're quiet, we're relaxed, we're chill. We've tried to get guests, we've tried to get certain people to do things. We're trying to do certain things, right? Nothing is happening. I guarantee you, 1 million subscribers later, 100,000 views later, the line is going to be out the door.
100 million views,
right? The line is going to be around the door. Yo, what can I do to support the pod? Hey, what can I do? Hey, can I jump in? Hey, let me be a guest. Hey, let me feature. Can you feature my stuff? The thing with our community is no one wants to be a part of it when you have to dig from the mud out. Everyone will show up when you've already built.
At the finish line.
So, everyone goes, I think that, it's risky, I don't want to lose money. Listen, scared money doesn't make money. You're going, which is crazy to me, because you'll take that same money and go and support another community, right? Let me go in Gucci and spend $3,000-$4,000 on material things to go and compete against another black person. Hey, I'm just better than you. You could have took that same $3,000 or $4,000. You and your friends were talking about opening your own bodega, your own corner store. Y'all each could have put in that $4,000 and did that. But you're like, no, it's too risky. What if the business doesn't work? I want full ownership. It's a lot of that selfishness and all of that kills us at the end of the day. And then again, when we do see the people that are thriving in our communities, the first instinct is jealousy.
Right.
The first instinct is, who does this person think they are? You know, it isn't about how did you do that. And then there's also too that there are those that do make it in the community that are selfish as well. They don't want to share any information. They're just like, figure it out, you know, whatever.
Those are the ones I can't stand. If you have information, if you have information that you know you can help your community, like can help a business that you see the business needs help, you know business, you know some information that can help them, you know where to get a loan, you know where to get a grant, you know how to get things like that. Why not share it? Why not help it? Why take it to other?
You do have selfish people, but again, we have to be clear on it ain't for everybody. I can have $1 million idea right now and walk through the whole Brooklyn and share this idea with everyone. And some people just look at me and be skeptical, like, oh yeah, it sounds like a great plan. Good, yeah, it's dope. And then guess what? No one jumps in. No one invests. No one wants to. No one really. Everyone is talking, but when it comes to the action, I can't tell you how many times I've had conversations with people. Yeah, let's do this and let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, I'm gonna commit. Months, years go by, nothing ever happens. And then it's when they see you thriving, it's yo, we gotta no. We don't gotta do anything.
Where were you when I hit you up in the first beginning? Where were you?
It depends. It depends. Me personally, I can only speak for myself. Am I the type to, if you come to me after the fact, I'd be like, sure. But since I built it the way that I built it, it's going to be more expensive. Your contributions are going to be more higher because now this has so much more value to it. When it was this much, and I said, come join me, and we split this cost. You see this little gap? Now it's worth all of this. Now the capital you got to come with is going to be crazier.
Be bigger. Yep.
You know, so.
Gents, let me say this. Whoever's watching, if you're watching this in the future, on a replay, anybody that wants to reach out, we are starting something, not just a pod. We're starting things that are going to build each other, make us make money. Tap in with us. Send questions to the email. Put some comments in. Reach out. We're here to work. We're here to build ourselves, to build our families, make our monies, and purchase our freedoms out of here. Because don't get it twisted. That's what we're doing. Everybody here is working hard to what? To live free, to purchase their freedoms for themselves and then for their kids after.
Absolutely.
Remember that.
Absolutely, man. No dragging the feet. Look, man, and I'm all in, man. There's no scared of losing money. There's no, you have the thing that kills me, everyone is like, I want to be rich. I want to be rich. I want to be this. I want to be that.
But no one wants to
put in no work.
The work to be rich, bro.
Someone said this best to me. What was this quote that this guy, he prayed to God every day. Said, God, please help me win the lottery. I need to win the lottery. I need this money. Like so many of us probably do, right? We want that lottery ticket. We want that Powerball. We want the Mega Millions. Every day he's praying. God responds to him one day. And you know what he tells him? He's like, listen, I hear you, dude, but you got to at least buy a lottery ticket. You get what I'm saying? Like you're asking to win the lottery and you're not even buying a lottery ticket. How do you expect to win? So the message that I got from that is you want something, but you're not doing everything that you possibly can to get it. And, you know, and it's also too for the community. Sometimes I walk around and I'll spit game to some people. I'm like, listen, this is what we could do. We could do that. And the first thing is always, oh, I don't have the capital. Listen, we come from the same place. I wasn't born rich. How do you think I'm telling you how I did it from the bottom. I'm not saying come in here at the top and do this. This is how you could do it. There's nothing special about me. What the difference is between us, I feel, between me and some people, is just the work ethic. The believing in yourself. I hate when people believe that we can't do certain things. Oh, it's not that easy. Yes, as in our community, we definitely have to work harder, hands down. But the thing is, once we achieve that work, and it's time to execute, it's time to execute. When you sit behind all these excuses and you do all these different things, we're not going to go nowhere. Absolutely not.
Also, Prado, we should work harder. I don't care. Listen. It's not much sweeter. What's wrong with hard work?
Nope,
60, 70 hours a week.
Have it, bro.
Harder.
Bro.
Work harder than everybody. Work hard
Yep.
until you
And
work.
if you work hard enough, maybe you'll get what you need to get, bro. Let me give you an example. For me, I have no kids. I have no wife. I work harder than a majority of people, bro. I don't sleep. I work all day, bro. Be at the shop all day, helping my pops up with his thing, trying to find out let's get this thing done, then get that thing done. Then I'll go to work, bro, and sleep on and be on a chair for 40 hours a week, bro. Working doubles to sit on a chair. Don't give come home, shower, take a nap for 2 hours, go right back to work again. Why? Because I want to make it out this. I want to make out the mud. I'm not saying my mom and dad didn't leave me stuff. Yes, I have stuff. I have stuff. I have stuff when God forbid, it's stuff. It's stuff here for us. My brothers have stuff. We have stuff. My family has stuff. We well off. But I'm not saying just because we're well off doesn't mean I don't need to work harder. I'm not working hard enough. I still
you continue to build the empire.
I feel like, bro, what I have now, I can have more. I can make more.
Oh, absolutely.
You
Never
will-
said
no,
it.
I can
you
do
can.
more.
You will. No,
I will
can't.
do more. I am gonna do more.
Yeah,
I will do more.
That's what I'm
gonna do
talking.
more.
That's
I
what I'm
pray-
talking about.
I pray. I get up every morning, bro. They say some people. There's a saying. They say, the early bird gets the worm. Bro, I'm out my bed every day at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have an alarm set for 8:45 in the morning. Why? To get up, I do my stretches. I'll try to do at least 5 sit-ups. I'll try. Remember, I said try. I'll try to do at least 5 sit-ups. Then I'll
Yo,
go.
B, hold on. B, you gotta bring the immature in me out. Hold on, I gotta roast you real quick. You just said you out of your house at 9 in the morning. You just said you have an alarm that went
9 o'clock morning.
Nah. You're right, Q. My man said I'd be outside by 9 in the morning. My alarm wakes up at 8:45. Where's the shower in this? Where's the breakfast?
I know. B ain't missing no breakfast, bro. Where's Chanel?
This is a fault. What's told me, bro? I get up. I try to do at least 5 sit-ups. I probably go for a walk.
Stop saying that.
Try harder, man.
Stop saying that.
So far,
Try harder, man.
I'm trying to get.
Try harder, man.
It's not
Try
easy,
harder,
bro.
man. Try harder.
It's
Try
not
50.
easy.
50.
You doing more than me, B. B, you doing more than me.
It ain't supposed to.
Bro.
But here's the thing: it ain't supposed to be easy, boys. All right.
The harder it is, not easy, bro. The harder
it is, the better it is. The better it is.
The more satisfied. But every time, bro, I work harder, bro. I work extra hours. I get less sleep. I start to see the progress of my work coming in, bro. And I start to see what I'm getting done. I feel so much better, bro, when I can say, yo, I did that. I didn't have to ask my mom, my pops, my brothers. I didn't have to ask them for that. I got that's mine. Every time I buy something expensive, bro, I buy something nice. I do something nice. So I take a trip. I go out, do something for myself, bro. I can say, I did that. Some people out here, they're just so lazy. They don't want to do nothing. They just want to continue to just find a way to find it.
That's the people I'm telling you about. Like they want these things, but they want it to just fall in your lap.
They want to fall in it just to find it. I want to find a duffel for $1,000. Why don't you go and work for $1,000? Why don't you go if you want to buy a business? All right. If you want to go, you want to get a building. You want to do something cool. You want to find the money? You ain't gonna find the money in the street. Work, get something together. Go
even those people that you're referencing.
You do something, bro.
Hold on, B. Not to interrupt you, but I'm gonna interrupt you. Even the people that you're referencing in the street and street money. Listen, man. Again, with this community that I am a part of, we're fucked up in the head on so many levels, which is why we'll never be successful. Listen, I've watched street dudes hustle and
invest their money in something.
And rumor has it, scammed and earned tens of thousands of dollars. What's the first priority? Let me go and rent Porsches to come back to the hood and start. You're renting. Yes, the
when you can take your money, and buy like 6 little cars, take it, rent it out. Let somebody pay you every week to do Uber in it. You can rent it. You can buy.
It depends. It depends on how much the cars are and all of that. But what I say all of this to say is, even when they have the opportunity to do something with it, and obviously now it's much tougher. You have to have a paper trail for all financial things. You're not gonna just show up with a lump sum of cash and just do certain things. But
it's people you can pay.
I've watched it, man. People will have the bag. Even myself in my youth, I've spent a ton of money on nothing on nothingness. Sure, it made me happy in the moment, and I can say, oh man, if I had my knowledge back then, I would have been way ahead of where I am now.
Facts.
But the point is that I caught that and I changed that. I've seen people have great opportunities to do things, and what was more important to them in the moment was to show off and try to impress and do all of these things, these short-term happiness things. We got to focus on the long-term goals, man. I used to be all about expensive stuff. Listen, man, blazer, Zara, t-shirt, jeans from the Gap. You look at me and be like, oh, this basic guy. That's right. You have no idea of the assets. You have no idea of nothing else. And I learned, and again, this really paid off. Shout out to like my mentors, because I'll give one specific. I'm not gonna call her name out, but CEO of a fashion business. I worked for the company. She put me under her wing, like literally helped me with my own business, my own patents. Like really, like, hey, listen, if this is what you really want, this is how you have to move. And from that point on, I started learning. And what did I do with this knowledge? I try to pass it on to my community. But a lot of people are just really just stubborn, or they just don't believe in themselves enough. They think that, you know, you're some, you know, the people in our community that do make things, they look at us as unicorns, or like you're an exception to the rule, or you got lucky, or, you know, you did this to no, just do the work hard, take risk. Smart risk, work together. No jealousy, no envious, don't steal from each other. Like, you know, we have a long way to go. You know, this is always going to fall on a lot of deaf ears. But to what Q mentioned earlier, man, we're definitely working on building something. We definitely have to do it by the end of this year. I just really want to be a part of something where it's like, yes, we did this. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? Like, we stood there. And we stand in front of, and you know, we want to target real estate, but there's other things too. But boom, we did this as a unit. We got to work together, man. This is why it's community.
Are those your final thoughts? Because I don't want to mess up. I don't want to.
That was my final. Look again.
I said months.
Yeah, to be honest, Lori and Michael's split. You know, again, I don't really give a shit.
Damn.
I don't, you know, again, just, you know, what caught my attention in that is just really it's too young to be married, too young. That's bullshit. At 25, that's like the ripe age to get all of that done. You know, you're young. You know, if bad things happen, you're young enough to escape it and still live a nice, healthy life. You can be successful and be married and have kids too. This generation feels like, you know, kids get in the way, and it's stupid. But again, no one cares. Hopefully, you know, everything works out for the both of them. As far as, again, what we saw with the protesting, like I said, it doesn't look good. It never looks good. Everyone has freedom to speech, and everyone has a right to feel the way that they feel. But no one should be blocking your path. No one should be in your way. No one should be in your face, physically touching you, physically harming you. It just shows me that we live in a society today that we have a lot of work to do. Of course, I'm not sitting here saying we're in the same position as Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks and Harriet Tubman. That is a completely different time, and their struggles were far greater, which is why I hate when our community is complaining about, you know, it's hard to do this. And do you understand the freedoms that people have died for to give us? There's no excuse. We're in 2022.
Right.
There's still, race is still there. Race definitely still plays a big factor in things, but I can't stand people when they, oh man, you know, it's hard out here and this and that. Listen, man, no. Your ancestors went through that. You're here today. We can own homes. We can own businesses. We can do a million things that they probably would never think that, you know, the community.
I would be surprised to know what we can do now.
They're rolling in their fucking graves.
Let me. I hear you, brother, but let me jump in to give my final thoughts. First off, great pod. I love being here with you boys. Even though, you know, you guys, you know, it's late and the outside is waiting for me, as you can see. But what I wanted to say, and I wanted to make sure to be on this pod to say this, man. Tomorrow is a great day. And I want to speak, and I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the men that brought all of us out here today, that brought us up, what do you call it, taught us the right ways, and are helping to shape the minds of people. Like uh, men don't tend to like really like get their due, especially fathers. They don't really get their due. Um, but I wanted to say something on this. The CDC, well, uh, Charles Blow, a columnist for the New York Times, a few years back, wrote an article about the myth of the black father and the absentee black father, because it is a myth. Because according to the CDC, um, black men, majority of black men are in living with their kids. But what they also showed is that they're the most involved out of all of the what do you call it, out of all the races, non-black Hispanics, whites, Asians. We are the most involved in our kids' lives, and this is something that's not said, and it's not highlighted, because black men's image are usually what do you call it? It's usually trounced upon, or it's usually talked down upon. Like, we're not that. The numbers are in. We are, and we're doing a great job, and we're the most involved because we're the most involved in our kids' lives, and we're also now being the most sought after because people are realizing that, these guys will do more, or more to be in the PTA meetings, or more trying to get their kids right, or more there, present in there. So I wanted to shout out all the great dads out there doing their thing. I see you. We see you. Happy Father's Day to you, Jimmy. Happy Father's Day to Brezhnev Senior for raising such a great son. Absolutely ghetto as hell. Sometimes
I appreciate it.
You know,
Yeah, I'm dead.
But I just wanted to highlight that I'm aware Dice, they are thoroughly involved in their kids' lives. They love their kids, and they're always working hard for them. And I just wanted to point that out. Black men, no, it don't matter what they say about us. We are the standard. Okay,
Facts.
we are the standard. Okay, of fatherhood here. Don't get it twisted. Don't let the BS and the lies or whatever. Anybody that's posting all that goofy stuff like we don't need a Father's Day. Y'all can kick rocks. Y'all can eat grass.
Who posted? They posted that?
Don't matter,
those are the scorned women that chose the wrong man. So they'll condemn.
But I just wanted to point that out, and I wanted to take my final thoughts to end such the best season in Views from the East. On that note, happy Father's Day again to all of the beautiful black men, all the men in the world that are trying to do something for their kids. You guys work hard, you put in the hours, you don't complain, you don't cry about it, you just make it happen, you just do it because you know what you have to do as men. That's what we do. We don't cry, we don't complain, we just make it motherfucking happen. I'm sorry for cursing.
No, we good. We are hour 40 in.
I know, but still, I'm a gentleman. Come on, you know this.
Yeah, gentleman. We'll move with class.
I am too. I'm maybe a ghetto gentleman, but I'm a gentleman.
Come on, man. You got grease stains on your shirt, man.
Yeah, man. Your prison shirt.
He said I Tide-penned it.
I don't know how I got there, bro.
No, but good point, man. Tomorrow is Father's Day, man, and that's crazy. I was out in me and my clients. They joke all the time. I say, listen, man. Mother's Day is a whole holiday. Restaurants are fully booked. Everything is triple in price, including flowers. Father's Day shit is on sale. Restaurants are wide open.
But men don't complain, so it's all good. It is what it is. We make it happen, man.
Yeah, bro. It is what it is. We don't complain about it, bro.
All right, man. Again, goodbye to season 2, whatever season this is, a revamp of Views from the East. We're gonna come back better, stronger. You know what I mean?
See you next season, boys.
B is gonna lead the t-shirts in the closet.
Yeah, bro. I'll be look professional. I'm gonna look professional.
please,
Pull us-
everybody.
pull us some- buy some
Also,
nice
don't-
polos to wear, bro.
Yeah, I hope so. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments, your thoughts. If we got something wrong, please please set us right. Let's fight about it in the comments, you know, and let's make this happen.
We would appreciate that. We would appreciate that. Please, comments, anything, criticism. We'll take that. We love criticism, bro. Love criticism. Yeah, I can tell us.
Oh, I love all constructive
all
criticism.
Also
Give it to
constructive criticism, bro. As long as you can help us build, help us evolve, we happy to hear it. We happy to read it. Please, thank you.
All right.
Peace.
Who want to test the card? You know who not bomb up, lad, rampant. You know me, I murder people.